It's Joni, aka Tito Mustache, and I am here. Sorry about that. I'm making myself a cup of tea while I'm chatting with you. So, welcome to my Sims 4 Gut and Build series, of course. And you guys are great, so please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So, as I was doing a little bit of gameplay, of course, at the Disco Underwood residence, at 930 Medina, I'm realizing that Pilar is pregnant. Pilar is pregnant, and also Dana and Rocco are growing up. They're children now, and I'm pretty sure they're about to be teenagers soon enough. So there needs to be like a little bit of a bigger space. So as I was looking around, I was just on YouTube checking out the different trailers for the show, for the Sims game, the show. And I stumbled upon the fact that there is a penthouse, which is this one, the one Terendi Tower penthouse, which you can actually, basically you can bulldoze it and you can rebuild it from the ground up. So I opted to say to myself, why not do a gut and build and have them move here? So what we can probably do is we'll probably have baby move into, we could either have baby move into 930 and that her apartment 920 can just go up for a new renter, or what we can also do is we can also have, who is it? We can also move who is he? We could also move Brad and Adriana, their dad, into 930 so that they could all be closer to their kids. Or we'll see what happens. So I'm just looking around at this property. It's a 2-story property, and it's quite amazing. I'm trying to get a lay of the land here. I'm trying to get acclimated to it. So it's 2 stories. I can actually make that work. Now, I think the game allows you a maximum of 4 stories. I don't know about in this particular patch, but or in this particular expansion. I think you can go higher. I'd have to see. But it's a 2-story penthouse, which I can definitely work with. So I'm just trying to see whether or not I can either just do an entire gut and basically move the entire lot of 930 here and just call it a day. Or what I could do is I could probably just get rid of some of these rooms. I could just get rid of some of these rooms and then just retool it. So I'm just trying to get a feel for what I have to work with. I'm thinking about the kids. So I'm thinking about Rocco. So first thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out how many bedrooms are here. So far I can find one. I swear I saw a second one. That's the weird part. 2. So there's 2 bedrooms here. 2 bedrooms. Okay. So there's also a basketball court. There's a pool, a little exercise, an outdoor area, a really pretty kitchen, a hella pretty kitchen. Oh, 3 bedrooms. So it's a 3-bedroom. Okay, this is 3. So I can work with that. So basically what's going to happen is that there's going to be the master suite, which is where, Pilar and Carla will live. And I think I'm going to give Rocco and Dana are each going to have their own rooms. Because if you notice at 930, they're getting a little cramped, I had to cord off the bedroom where the parents sleep so that they could woohoo in peace, because that was just awkward to just put up a divider. And they're a little older now, so it's time that they each have their own space. And so that's 3 bedrooms. And I'm probably gonna pack a nursery in here. So I'm just trying to see what I can get rid of. So the amenities are definitely staying. So this outdoor area, it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. I'm gonna zhuzh it up with some more happier colors and plant life. Maybe a fountain or two, or a water feature. This is nice. We'll keep that. This is nice. We'll keep this pool area. We'll keep this whole wraparound terrace. We'll keep that. I like that. Okay, so the bedroom is gonna be zhuzhed up. Let's see. Since that's okay. So we're gonna keep the upstairs wraparound terrace. We're gonna keep this lower outdoor area. Obviously there's a gym and a locker room. Okay, that's I don't think that's necessary. So we're probably just gonna knock that down. We're gonna knock it down. So we're probably gonna put. We'll probably put that suite. We'll probably put the couple suite, but that would be behind the kitchen. So maybe not. So we'll keep the kitchen in the middle of the space. We'll keep the kitchen in the middle of the space here. We can have. Let's see. Oh, we could house Dana and Rocco here. We could keep the basketball court, you know, because that way they're growing kids. We could keep the bubble lounge. Maybe, you know, cordon that off a little bit. What is this? What's that? Oh, just like a little balcony. We could keep. Oh, we're keeping that. That's staying. We're gonna zhuzh up the bedroom. We're gonna zhuzh up the suite. We'll keep the wraparound terrace. Probably stick a door here so that it can go around. Keep the bathroom. We're gonna keep the bathroom where it is. It's weird that the dining room is here, so maybe we can. So I get what the designers are doing with this property because it's more of like a play area. So, all right, now that the walls are up, I can actually see what I'm doing a lot better. Hey, what's going on in there? What festival's going on? Looks like the Romance Festival is back. Cool. Good to know. All right, let's see. So, as always, I'm just trying to get a feel for the land. Usually I just do a whole, like, a complete gut, and then I start over. But my thing is that I'm really a little bit, I want to try something different. I want to see what it's like to work within the parameters that the game has set up. So we'll see what that is. Obviously this is the elevator. Why is the elevator over here? Oh, okay, this is the private area. This is the private foyer to get in, and then there's like a hallway. Okay. And then there's like a little guest bedroom, so that's that's 2 bedrooms. So we'll put Rocco here, we'll put Dana here. Okay, that's fine. We can have a basketball court. Let's see. Okay, so this is a locker room sort of thing. So what we can do is we can probably just create a whole bathroom. Just create like a bathroom that they can share. Oh, a Jack and Jill. Well, it's not going to be a Jack and Jill bathroom because Jack and Jill bathrooms are bedroom, bathroom, bedroom. So it's not really a Jack and Jill. Though, if I were to gut this, I could probably create it, but I don't want to. So I won't. This is like a bachelor pad. Okay, so what we're probably going to do is maybe keep the locker. Why would we keep a locker room? How do you access the locker room? Oh, there's a door. I don't really want to do that. I want to make this into a bathroom. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. So this is going to be a Jack and Jill kind of bathroom. So it's gonna have 2 entryways, one for Dana, the other one for Rocco, and that's fine. We're gonna do that part. So that part will stay. Wait, no, seriously, how do you get in here? Oh, okay, I see it. And maybe we could we stick a door under here? Let's see if we could stick a door there. Okay. Okay. Can we stick a door? Oh, we could put a door. We could put a door there. Okay. So this will be a Jack. So we're gonna convert this into a Jack and Jill bathroom, a detached Jack and Jill for Dana and Rocco. They have they have like a little basketball court. Now you're probably asking me like, why can't you just do an entire gut? The reason why I cannot do an entire gut is because I'm not up for doing an entire gut, which defeats the whole purpose. And sometimes like you could just present yourself with the challenge of it. Can you take these out? Yay! Okay. So that now that I know I can take the windows out, I can make this whole thing windows. This whole entire thing could be a window. All right, so these will be Jack and Jill's. This will be a Jack and Jill bathroom for them, which is weird to put a Jack and Jill bathroom behind the kitchen. Where's the entryway? That's the entryway. I don't think it's a bad idea. Unless we can you. No, it's all considered one room. Okay. Alright, so and then up here, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Dana. This is gonna be Dana's room, this little red room here. And this little blue room is gonna be Rocco's room. Now of course they're not gonna be red and blue because ew. However, the kitchen will stay. We'll zhuzh it up because they got some ugly ass appliances. We're gonna zhuzh that up. We're gonna keep the basketball court. Because it's mainly for Rocco. And knowing how my life is with this game, chances are there will be another son. Because every time one of my Sims gets pregnant, she has a son. It's very rare that she has a daughter. I think I've probably done maybe 8 pregnancies so far in Sims across all the games, across all the women. And I think I've only gotten 2 girls. 1 girl, if I'm lucky. At least 1. I've only gotten at least 1. And at most 2. So, like, they keep coming out as boys. Why? I haven't the foggiest. So, more than likely, it's going to be a boy. Maybe if we're lucky, maybe if we could trade, we could actually play with this. We could play with the trait. We could actually make it so that, let's see if that, because apparently if you do the on key line, full of funky, fertile earth energy, twins are born here more often than not. So we could just do that. I don't want it really to be, what's this one? Okay, we could just let's change some of the traits while we're here. Now that we're allowed to. Nope. Home studio. Sure. Alright, we're gonna make a home studio. Oh, I X'd out the key line. Okay. Let's see. Sunny aspect. Yes, we get. We need that. We need a sunny aspect. So, let's see. Beautiful sunny scenery makes this place uplifting. When the sun goes down, the Sims get energized, happy, or inspired. That's good. And considering that you are going to start having, since we are going to start having teens, since Rocco and Dana are going to be teenagers soon, it would be kind of cool if they had teenagers here. Oh, why does that keep happening? We don't want a party vibe. Okay, so teenagers, I did say sunny, but considering that this is a penthouse in the middle of the city, I don't think it's fun. No. Let's see. Penny pixies? What's that mean? Sims often lose change around the place. There's a secret money fairy. It's like there's a secret money fairy or something. That's kind of cool. Natural light. Yeah. Or we can make faster internet. Why does it... So, wait, is this a permanent trait? Wait, is this permanent? Oh, snap. You can't change that. Alright, so on came line and... Okay. Okay, so this is what we do. Alright, and up here, you are definitely going to have... This is going to be Pilar and Corinne's spot. So this is what it's gonna be. So their bedroom is here, and they have this. What is that? What is that? Ew, ew. Is that the bathroom? Oh no, it's not. That's not gonna be the bathroom. That's gonna be icky. It's a little too ew. Must be a starter penthouse. Do I want a bar up here? Not so much. We could put the bar down here. The bar can go down here somewhere. I don't really like the idea. Well, the bar could be up here, considering it's them. There isn't really much of a living room. Is there? There isn't much of a living room. That's crazy. Okay, so considering I don't have Sim Seasons, I think it'd be kind of cool to have like a living room out here. An outdoor living room? No, we're not doing that. We're not. Or take this bar area, zhuzh it down a touch. Take it down. Oh, that must be the living room. Oh. No, that's not gonna work for me. It's really not gonna work for me. So this is what we're probably gonna do. All right, so this is definitely gonna get zhuzhed up because it looks a little too like a man lives here. This is gonna get zhuzhed up because it's a little too yawn, boring. That's weird. That's hella weird. This is staying. These amenities are gonna stay. I like this. The dining room. Oh, okay. I can see why it's up here because there's a half bathroom. Okay. I see what's happening. Okay, so this is a half bathroom and this is the full bathroom. I've seen that in houses. Okay, that's fine. The bar is probably gonna get changed. Yeah, we're gonna zhuzh up. We're gonna make the bar a little smaller. We're gonna make the bar a little smaller. We're gonna make we'll make the bar smaller. The dining room could stay. Yeah, we're probably just gonna make a dining room and a bar. We're probably gonna make a living room bar here, hanging out here. If you remember my other video from yesterday where we zhuzhed up Underwood-Disco's house, so that place looked lit. Or maybe what we could do is we could throw Zane here, because this seems like way more his vibe, and we just move them over. No, we can't because Zane's apartment is a 1-bedroom technically, and we need more than 1 bedroom. So this is gonna be fine. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to carve out something of a nursery because there's gonna be a baby. A baby's coming. So yeah. Keep in mind that the Discos are one of the wealthiest families in this game. Also keep in mind that Carla Underwood is a socialite, so she's coming in with her own bank, so they can afford this. So let's go have fun. So let's go have some fun. All right. We'll be at this for a while, so you could definitely come back. You could definitely come back. You could definitely take a break, but we're gonna get started right now. So where do we begin? Where do we begin? Okay, so this is something about this tennis court. That's just this tennis court. Why isn't there a tennis court in this game? That would be kind of cool to have a tennis court. This is mainly for Rocco and when his uncle Zane comes by. So we're gonna, and when Rocco's grandfather, what's his name? I create these people. What's his name? Brad come by. So this is for them. This is their place. And it looks a little too masculine, so I'm probably just going to feminize it just a little bit. I know. But we'll see what happens. Alright, you guys, so let's get started. First things first, I like to start in the kitchen because the kitchen is the heart of the home, and what I do in the kitchen usually like goes for the rest of the house. Dictates, it talks to me about the rest of the house. All right, start with the kitchen. First of all, this kitchen's a little too dark. It's a little too dark for my taste, so we're just gonna zhuzh it up. Just gonna zhuzh things up. We're gonna pick some brighter colors, warmer tones. So first, this stove has gotta go. You guys know. So if you like my videos, thank you so much, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know how to do it by now. I shouldn't have to tell you. You should just know. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move baby into that property, and maybe what we're gonna do is we're gonna move one of the cousins, probably Akita there. That's not for nothing. I mean, that's what happens in families, you know. People tend to move around. People move around in families. Especially if they have all this property to play with. Or we could just make it so that, you know, the patriarch and the matriarch of the family, they could just live there. So they can be closer to their kids. That's always cool. That's always nice. You've heard about that. They could be what they call, they could be just downsizing. Bong, they're downsizing. They're downsizing. They're downsizing. That's all. That's how we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. They're downsizing. All right. So I think at this point, when you're playing Sims and you're going from, let's say you're going from 910 Medina, and then you're advancing higher and higher into the game. I think the amenities get better, and I think this is like the best property you can have because you can do an entire bulldoze of the lot. It's a lot, kind of like in the other worlds, because I'm seeing that there are just certain amenities that you have to wait until unlock. For instance, this knife rack right here. Now you've seen it in the other properties that I've been doing. And that's because I tend to use a free build, so that's how you're able to find it. So, you know, it actually does take a little bit of the guesswork out of doing this. Alright, so as you can see, right now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of zhuzhing up the property a little bit. You know, I'm adding like some fun pieces, I'm adding some nice little pieces, you know. Just improving their quality, just improving things, just doing some improvements, some slight improvements. Because keep in mind, Pilar and Carla, they like pretty things from their type. So you're probably wondering, like, who are they? They are one of the earliest videos that I've been making. So I basically created, when I was first playing with Sims, I created the Disco family first, and it was pretty rough. If you see their first house in Newcrest, it's like, you could tell I was just learning the game. I was just trying to figure the game out. As I got better, so over the month of February, when I started to play this game with a little bit more tact and strategy, and I started to like read the forums, and I started to like let read, just do a lot of reading, see what people are saying, how people do stuff, just be inspired about what people have discovered about the game. You know, I decided to just start zhuzhing things up. So I decided to improve stuff. And when I started figuring out what I like to call the money cheat, the mother load cheat, you know, once I started to figure out that game, once that entered my life, entered into my gameplay, it was over. It was over. It was over. I was like, okay, all right. Because like I mentioned in my early videos, when I used to play, you know, the first characters, the first families, the first Sims in my game were always broke. always broke. They were always poor. They were always like very, very poor, living quite on the edge of, it was just terrible. Sometimes it was hard to watch. They would run out of money, or they would have to go to work. They were constantly unhappy. So as soon as I discovered the motherlode cheat, that was pretty much it. And I just decided to just change the gameplay. Hey, wait a minute. Like, see how I'm in free build. So basically everything, if you're in free build, the entire game opens up. Like, all this really great stuff. So things that, they look great, they create a better environment. They start opening themselves up, and you're just like, oh, all of a sudden the game's more fun now. And that is exactly what's happening right now. The game is starting to be a little fun. So when I discovered the I'm not a big fan of this. Now that I see what it is, it's like, I know it ups the environment, but I don't like it. It's not my cup of tea. So we're just gonna get rid of these. So when I discovered the motherlode cheat and I was able to give my Sims hundreds of thousands of dollars each, in each household, it actually does improve the gameplay, because now you can start building better houses. They can afford a little bit more stuff. One of the things that I also discovered was to just build from the ground up, instead of like buying those what they called, these styled rooms. Instead of these things here, they are quite expensive. They're quite expensive. They're also very basic, and what happens is like they will deplete your money quick. And I looked it up online, and to ask, is it cheaper to just build a house from scratch, or to is it cheaper to just build a house from scratch? And when I looked it up, it didn't really answer my question. The question never was answered, because there's different schools of thought. But what I did was, like, I took my time and I built a house. I built one of the houses, and my octagon house, and you start to realize, oh, this is great. And then you run into that caveat where you build this great house for your Sim family to live and be all happy and stuff, and then you realize they can't afford to live in it, and you're just, you look like a horrible developer. It's like, oh, I'm a terrible developer. I don't know how to take care of my Sims. They live in these gorgeous houses, and they can't afford them. You built all these beautiful properties, and none of them can afford them. So I was like, is there a cheat? And then when you discover the money cheat, the motherlode cheat, oh, that opens up you end up wanting to play more often. Let's put it that way. As soon as I discovered that cheat, I was like, oh. Yeah, my husband got mad. He was like, oh, now you're going to be playing for hours at a time. So you're going to be playing all day. You're going to neglect your other responsibilities. You're going to neglect your work. Not necessarily. Life still goes on. I still live life. I still do what I do all day. I still work. Still write, and I still produce and stuff like that. It's just that now. But this does allow you to play a lot faster, especially when you begin to have like the pieces that you like, and you just start paying better attention to things. So, good times. And it's also a pleasant distraction, because sometimes it's like I tend to lose, like, I'll like rehash bad memories in my head, which is not productive. It's not a productive thing to do. But to me, it's like therapy for a little bit. I'm not saying that this should be a replacement for therapy, because it should not be. if you are going through some things in life, you should definitely seek help. You should definitely be seeking help. You should definitely seek help. I'm not playing. I am not playing with you guys. You should definitely seek help. So yeah. Sorry guys. Sorry I'm making so much noise and I'm making so much of a rattle. Just doing things. Yeah. So when you discover that motherload cheat, it actually does open up a whole new era of gameplay. It opens up a whole new game. The game all of a sudden becomes fun. And like what I read on the Sim site, they put cheats in the game, not because, to be a cheater, but it does open up the gameplay and it does make it makes it more fun. It encourages you to play. Not everybody has that luxury. It's like, and it was depressing, it was like, there was like a period of time, like maybe the first couple of weeks before that cheat came in, I was really getting sick and tired of the game because I'm like, well, how are these Sims able to afford all that they could afford if they're constantly unhappy, if they're always unhappy and they're not making much money and their lights keep getting cut off every day, every other time they get their lights cut off, they can't pay their bills. It was just strange to me. And then you discover like things like this, like the cheats. Then you discover the motherload cheat, and then you're like, okay, cool. And then you have to discuss, and then you have to do, and then they're like, oh, I built, and you don't realize that you built them $100,000 house, and now they can't live in the $100,000 house because you built them a beautiful home and they can't live in it, which is society, which is how the world is in a nutshell. Don't act like it's not true. Don't act like I'm not speaking truth right now. Alright, so let's see. This is the kitchen, zhuzhed up. Actually, I think it's quite cute this way. I added an island here, so maybe they'll wanna, no, that's not an island. That's not islands. So the island is over here. I could put the island over here. Like I said, I think my favorite parts, I actually prefer to do these zhuzhes. I actually prefer the zhuzhes rather than, and it's like when I started to just do these, to do a zhuzh rather than full blown, what do you call that? Like, just to do a styled room, I actually found that I prefer these a lot better to just build my own, because the sim is a lot happier when you build it something. When you build your Sims a house, they are quite happy. I say this in every video, and it's so true. Like, they'll come home from work and they're tired and they're upset and they're like, ugh, life sucks. And then they'll walk into their nice house and then it's like, and then you hear the little thing go, you hear the music go, ring. You hear the little flourish, the little chime. Oh, they're happy. And then they're quiet. And then once they're happy, you're just like, okay. Yeah, because you know that unhappiness doesn't last long. And if your Sims are happy, they actually do cope well with each other. They'll communicate better with each other. They're actually happy to see each other. You'll also notice that they come over. They'll want to come over and hang out. They'll have food. The food will be better, especially if you pick the higher end appliances. Now you've probably been watching my videos and you're like, I noticed that you like to use the Schmapple series of appliances. I like to use Schmapple because they create the best food and it's a great way to up their cooking skill quickly. Oh no, Jussie Smollett was charged with a felony. That is so sad. Like, I'm not upset at what happened to him. I'm not upset about him. I'll be honest with you guys. It's like, I know I'm getting a little political right now, but he didn't need to do it. Not in this hostile, volatile climate. I think that's the worst thing you can do. And the worst thing is that he doesn't even have an excuse for it. There was no reason. I mean, I'm not saying, I think he should be, honestly, if you want to know my opinion on this, I think he should be punished. He should just be punished for what he did, because there are people that there are people in the LGBT, black community, marginalized groups are the victim of hate crimes. And one of the hardest things for victims is that people just don't believe them. You know, it's just having to be believed. That's the toughest part. So when you have somebody like him do something like this, it's like, you're setting back victims' rights. Like, because we're already dealing with several scenarios of how high profile situations where people are the victims of abuse, and then they go through victim blaming. But yet, so it's like, I don't believe you. Where are the facts? We should wait for the facts to come in. It's like, why is this your life? Why is this your life? What is this? What's that? The ambient? Where did this come from? That's cool. I never saw that before. Huh. And apparently it's free. Unfortunately. I know some of you guys may have like your opinions of Don Lemon, but Don Lemon and I, like, one thing I like about Don Lemon is that he and I went to the same college. Not LSU, the other one. Yeah, you don't really hear about that part. It's also the same college that, what's the weirdest thing? It's like you hear celebrities such as, celebrities such as Don Lemon and Bob Dole and Bernie Sanders. They went to my college, but they only went for like a year, a semester, and then they just left because they all cited that the work was too hard. And I'm like, well, I went and I did it. I'm not saying that, he couldn't handle the work. I'm just putting that out there. I'm just putting the vibe out here. that's another thing. I'd be if I was Robin Roberts, I'd be thoroughly upset. I would be thoroughly upset if I was Robin Roberts. I'd be like, bruh, you came on my show, you talked to me, we had this conversation. You know we're both of the same community, and then here you go do this. Was it worth it? Mm-hmm. The thing is, like, with this whole Jussie Smollett thing, it's just the simple fact that there are a lot of people that believed him. If this is true, because they're also saying that he is charged with it. I mean, he has to be the one to turn himself in. There's just so many moving parts that I don't even know what to take in on this story. I haven't really spoken my opinion of it. Um, there were a few celebrities that were very much that were questioning it. Erykah Badu, Common. They were they had their doubts and their questioning, which you know, like in some circles, it's like, dude, why would somebody lie about that? It's a fabulous question to ask, actually. It's a great question to ask. It's a great question to ask. Why would anybody doubt this? And it's one of those things where you want to say to yourself, I didn't want to believe it's true. And technically, I still don't want to believe it. I still don't want to believe that it was staged. It was fake. But which is why I'm saying it to you right now on my video series. I would rather reserve judgment until all the facts come in. I'm just not too jazzed or too. I don't really feel like talking about it. I don't really feel like, because first of all, this story changes it changes a little too often for my taste, and it's like when I first heard about it, I know people, when it first went down, I remember I posted the story on my Facebook page, and somebody wrote something to the effect, saying that Empire is the kind of show that actually like depicts violence, and if you show violence, then whatever happens to you is, you deserve whatever you get. That's basically what the person wanted to say. And I actually had to, once I saw that, I don't want to encourage that. One of the things about my Facebook page is, like, I have all varying opinions on that, but somebody was attacked because of who they were, their sexuality. They were attacked for who, and I just did not want to be privy. I just didn't want that on my page. I just don't want to be affiliated with that. I do care about the people that come to my page. I care about their thoughts, opinions. We can have varying points of view on a subject. That just was not necessary. And to actually just say something to the effect of, like, they deserve it, that's victim blaming, and I don't like victim blamers. I don't like apologists. I just don't. I abhor apologists, especially victim blamers. It's something you should just know about me. I don't like them. I don't appreciate them. You do not contribute. You're not contributing positively if that's going to be your opinion. Okay, so this is going to be Dana's room. Now, I think I've seen children sleep in adult beds, in these double beds. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably... I'm curious. Wow, nothing in this room matches. You can tell a guy designed this. I'm just kidding. There are some women that don't know how to match either. This bedroom is great, but it's there's so much happening, and none of it makes sense. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna come up with a color scheme. So this is actually my favorite bed to use in this game. I used it on them. It's 10s across the board. And it's got great options, so we're gonna use it. You've seen it in all of the videos. You've seen it in every single house I've been building since I started the series. You'll see it's in every house. So it's like you probably think it's this and the Victorian looking bed, and you're probably saying to yourself, are there no other beds in this game? Not when Joni's playing. This is the best bed because it's 10s across the board, it's pretty, and it actually does inspire different rooms. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to take from I'm going to take it from the Abelard house. I don't know if you remember that apartment. It's here. Let's see if I don't know if I can show it to you. It's probably in the saved. Let's see if we go into the library for a little bit. Let's go into this library. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, so here's the. Alright, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. I'm not entirely sure. And it would be kind of cool. Like, it would have been smart if I actually, like, saved, instead of saving the lot, I saved individual rooms. So, this is, this, oh wait, this top room. This is the top floor. There we go. I don't know if you can see it. It's right here in the corner. My controller is doing that thing, so it's probably not going to do it. But if you look towards the middle of the image and you see the bed right there in the corner of the image, yeah, so I'm going to look, so I'm going to use like some bright yellows, some lilacs, and turquoise. So let's go. And some nice pale corals and pinks. So for the walls, you guys know I love to start with a good wall. I think what I like to do when I'm doing any kind of decorating, this is a trick that my mom taught me, especially when you're matching outfits. She always said to always find like the smallest color that you do not immediately notice, that doesn't stand out too hard, and you know, you could always like use that in the details. So I'm gonna do that. I like at the bottom of the drapery part, I kind of like that little that light brown, that caramelly color, the color of the soft caramel. So we're gonna probably just go off that. Hey. Okay, so we're probably just gonna go off that. Should I put a trim? Nah. So we're just gonna do that. Okay, so the room is zhuzhed, and it looks really monochromatic. If you look, the floor perfectly matches that. That's pretty cool. But I kind of want to see what happens. I want to play with the floor a little bit. Again, you know, so like we pick that light brown. Let's pick the purple. I really like this basketball flooring. I really love the basketball flooring in this game. I love these colors. If you're in these, you'll see that they appear at least once. This would be great on the basketball court. Oh, did it do it? No. All right. Okay, so let's X out. There you go. All right. So far, as you can see, just by changing the paint color and the floor color, we've actually improved this room. It really looks like her personality at this point. So we're just gonna keep that going. Now, so this floor is inspiring me to fix this floor. So I got a pink and black court right here. And you're probably like thinking, oh God, no, she is not. Yes, I am. So we're probably, I'm not gonna too womanize. I'm not gonna too feminine. I'm not gonna go too feminine. Just a nice gray. That's kind of cute. You gotta admit, that's really cute. That is hella cute. I would play on that court. I would try. If I had an athletic bone in my body, I would be on this court. If that was the basketball, if this was the basketball courts they had when I was in junior high and high school, I would be playing. I would probably be on a basketball star. All right, so you're probably wondering like why, like I thought we were in the middle of her room. Why are we over here now? We're over here because I want to change that out. You can't change like one thing and then not continue progress. You can't stop progress. You can't stop progress. If you've ever seen the movie Muriel's Wedding, you'll get my reference. That's one of my favorite movies, by the way. You should definitely check it out. If you ever have the time, like if it airs on your TV or if it I'll make this one black, but it should be kind of cool. Or we can make it the gray. We could put it. Okay. What was I saying? So, it's a great movie. It came out in 94. I honestly thought it came out in 96, but it came out in 94. It's about a girl named Miriam who her only lot in life is to get married. And it's just like, and hilarity ensues. She does get married in the story. Sorry to spoil the plot, but that's all I'll tell you. Well, I guess you're probably not gonna watch now, but it's a really, really good movie with a really, really cute soundtrack. It's the soundtrack is mainly ABBA songs, and I can actually relate to the protagonist Muriel. I can so relate to her in so many ways. All right, we're gonna change this to because it's not pretty. Keep in mind, this house is full of women. Oh, not to play into that gender role. I'm sorry if I'm offending you. Not to play into that gender role. Okay. Now, if this balcony was only big enough, but wait a minute. I just realized something. Okay, we have this entire big space here. Right. What's the one thing in this game that will fit in here? Now, if you go back, if you remember my L-shaped disco pied-à-terre, you would notice that there is an observatory. You'll notice that there's an observatory. Alright, considering that there are kids here, so we may want to give them somewhere to play. You may want to give them a jungle gym. Personally, I would love to give them, well, let's see something. Let me see something. If we pan up, can we pull this over? Can we pull this out? We can't. That's lame. The game gives you parameters. They can't give you parameters. Oh, well, now you're blocking the entryway. Alright, so there's a barbecue out here. I was wondering. So if there's a barbecue, we could just stick the barbecue over here. What's up? Is that a console table? It's weird. Oh, that's like when you're working out and stuff. I get it. Okay. Let's see if we can put it up here. I actually like the fact. I like when. It's always weird, like when I see people do it. And it's like, I always. A few years ago, I was in the middle of designing the ultimate Barbie dream house. It was going to be my own confection. And I mapped it out in my head. I had all the pieces that I was going to buy. All the play sets that I would buy for it. And one of the ideas I had for it was to put a barbecue right on the terrace. Right on the wraparound terrace, somewhere here. You know, because you don't see that every day. And I'm pretty sure that would be really dope. So, I had that idea in my head, and it didn't work out. I kind of lost interest in it. I kind of lost interest in it. At the same time, a lot of toys were sourced in from Japan, and they were coming in with lead paint. And I had to look for a big girl job because I was just finished with college. So, yeah. That doesn't mean you should kill your dreams, you guys. It just means, yeah, don't kill your dreams, guys. If you have a dream, go for it. Alright, so here's the observatory. Or, wait, maybe we could... There you go! We could stick an observatory up here. Yes, stick an observatory up here. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, well, where are they gonna... Well, if you have the observatory up there, well, how are they gonna get up there? How are they gonna get up there, Joanne? How are they gonna get up there, Joe? That's what stairs are for. You could build some stairs. Just gotta pick a very obscure, pick a very obscure region of the space. Let's do that. Let's pick a hella obscure space. This is a zhuzhing. Keep in mind, guys. Keep in mind, people. This is what we call the zhuzh. It's a zhuzhing. We're upgrading. You know, we're not too hung up on. Oh, this here. It's put up here. We're not that. That's not us. Bang. Okay, like a little obscure little space up here. And what we could probably do is we could probably put the observatory over here. That would be kind of cool if it could be on its side. Look at this whole city. Look at this city. Look at this city. Look at this. That's a lot of buildings. It's a lot of cities. I love San Myshuno. I don't know what city San Myshuno would be based on. Would it be based in New York? I think it probably probably like Seoul, Korea, or something. I don't think it would be based off New York. It's probably like the newer cities, or maybe San Francisco, because there's a lot of Asian influences in this expansion pack. There's a lot of Asian influences, as I've seen. India, Morocco, those kind of places. So I don't know. Alright, and I think it'd be I also think very realistically, because I don't want the Sims to fall off, even though the Sims are so well aware of themselves. They're so self-aware. They don't normally fall off. They don't fall off. They don't fall. They will set themselves on fire, though. That's weird. Or they will start to panic. They do start to panic, which is infuriating. It's infuriating. There's a fire in their thing. I didn't show this on video, but at 930 Medina, if you haven't, one of the other reasons I need to move my Sims is so where the kids sleep, you know, the toddler and the baby sleeps, it's right near a fireplace. And you're probably like listening to me going, oh God, what happened? So there was a fire. It was a fire, and the fire didn't get too big. I just saw the alert for there's a fire nearby, and I'm like, oh damn. So I'm thinking, okay, it has to be either it's one of the fireplaces. It's either one of the fire. So I go in the kitchen. It's not in the kitchen. It's usually a kitchen. They don't have a barbecue. Lo and behold, it's in the bedroom, fireplace, and one of the toddler beds is catching on fire. I know. So Pilar puts the fire out. Thank God. Thank God. She's really chill about it. She's like, okay, I got this. And she puts it out, and you're like, oh, thank God. Turns out, Dana is in bed sleeping. Dana could have died, you guys. Dana could have died in the fire. And that is why we are doing this right now. This is why. Because I saw that and I was like, okay, like you can't, it was just insane. And I felt horrible when I was doing it. I was like, oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. Oh no. So I'm a horrible God. I almost allowed one of the toddlers to die, and it was an adopted dog, and they're adopted. They would never ever trust them to have a baby if they found out one of them died in a fire. So don't tell anybody. No, that's not funny. Children's death is not funny. Alright, so now that we did that, so now that we have the observatory, actually, if we put the observatory here, we could also put the playpen up there. Here's the thing. Here's the great thing about this game, you guys. Here's the great thing about this, like this whole this property in this expansion pack. You have this whole big ass roof to play with. And I turned on whims for a few minutes in this game, and one of the whims was, well, not one of the whims, but one of them actually was like saying that Rocco really needs a place to play. Rocco could stand to have a gym. It's like, yeah. Would really like to have a playpen or a gym, and you're just sitting there like, And it actually does help. I won't lie. Like, if it helps them, it keeps them out their parents' hair, that good stuff. So I was like, why not? So we'll stick a jungle gym in here. Let's see, what else do we need? Yeah, like this game. Ooh, rocket ship. You're probably looking at me. You're probably watching this right now and you're like, God, you're really ODing right now. You are ODing on this right now. I'm like, what? And the question is, why not? Why not? Why not OD a little bit? You have this, like, you have a space that's typically not used in this game. So why not just, and also, think about it. Like, an observatory on top of a penthouse apartment, things I would do, and you know damn well you would do it too. I'm just trying to see what else is on these roofs. What do people have on these roofs? What's this? What is that? What's that about? What's this? What's hanging out here? Who lives in here? Now I'm like thoroughly interested. Notice how like this penthouse is a lot smaller than all these. Well, these may not be the same apartment. These are just probably several apartments. Oh well, I don't care. Alright, so the roof is all figured out. So, alright, where were we? We were here on the first floor and we were in Dana's bedroom. So now that Dana has that place, we can do other things. Let's change this dresser so that we can match her mood. Let's change this here. What do you mean? Okay. Change this. I mean, I like it. I just don't, it just doesn't fit the aesthetic of the room. So we'll get rid of that. Oh, back here again. So another thing about this expansion pack, which I really like, is just the fact that you have way more detailed pieces. And one of my favorites is, I can't find it. Also, we need to put in an office. That's another thing you gotta do, because there's no office in here. I just noticed that. Like, all my things have like a home office, have like a study, or as the game calls it. So we should definitely add that. Here we go. It's called the Street Art Prints City Collection, and it's got some really primo stuff in here. Alright, you guys, so let's try this out. Let's see what's let's see, we can actually give her, see what they got for us here. I don't like their dressers, so we get rid of that. Okay, this bookcase, it's really cool and righteous and stuff, but I don't like the color. There we go. Alright, let's see. And we need a dresser, so let's go into the bedroom. Hi, if you're just joining us, I am Joni, and this is the Sims 4 Gut and Build series. We are here at 1 Terendi Tower Penthouse. One of my Sims is pregnant, and you know, the apartment that they live at is kind of on the small side. They're already cramped. The quarters are already cramped, so I'm just gutting and building an entire, well, not gutting, I'm zhuzhing up an apartment for them right now. So what we're doing is, they have 2 children already. They have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. So we're creating bedrooms for them. We're also going to add a 3rd bedroom, which will be a nursery, which will grow into a child's room, which will grow into, and we're just taking things out. So Terendi Tower Penthouse looks very much like a bachelor pad, and what we're doing is we're going to zhuzh it up so that it accounts for a family of, how many women? Like 4 women, a boy, well, 2 women, 1 girl, 1 boy, and whatever the baby is. And if you've ever seen me play Sims, one of the things I get upset about is just the simple fact that all of the Sims, every time a Sim of mine gets pregnant, they always birth a boy. I changed one of the traits, so let me show you. So I changed one of the traits so that she could have twins. Now, I'm not entirely sure how, I'm not entirely sure if, can we change the lot value? Let's see if we can change it. Ooh, we can. So we're gonna, can't have 34 bedrooms. It's not a hotel. 4 bedrooms. Oh, we upgraded. There are 3 bathrooms. So we're gonna create 1, 2, 2.5 bathrooms. 2 point, oh, it was just right 3. It's rounding. Yeah, so it's a party place, which I really wanted to change that, but it doesn't allow you. It's on key lime, which means twins are born. So I don't know if it's like, if at the time that Pilar delivers, it'll be there. But since she got pregnant at the other property, she could just have a 1 baby. And this place has fast internet, because and that's imperative, because Pilar is she works in PR. Pilar works in PR, public relations, on social networking, and her wife Carla works as what does she work at? Oh, she's a fashion influencer. So it's imperative that there's fast internet. So that's always important. So right now you're just watching me zhuzh up a little bit. So I'm not doing a whole bunch. Like normally what I would do is I just an entire gut and then start over. But I'm actually trying to set up a challenge for myself where I work within what the game is offering, and I just look to change some things. So so far I've changed this kitchen, which used to be a boring red mess, which is like a really boring and tired little red mess, but now we've made it into something quite happy. We've made it into something a little bit more brighter and with a happier vibe, like somewhere even I would want to cook all day. So we changed that around. We added some spunkier appliances, comfortable chairs. Across that you have this basketball court, which was ugh. And we opted to change it into the kind of basketball court I would like to play on. And this is mainly for the boy Rocco. He's gonna spend a lot of his time, and since he's a kid now, I think they can play sports when they're children in this game. But if not, his uncle and his grandfather can come by and play, so that's always fun. So we got that going. Let's see. So right now we are in the daughter's bedroom, Dana. Dana just became a kid a couple of days ago. She was a toddler, and she was the most adorable toddler. She was considered wild and running around and being all cute. She was adopted by Carla and her wife, and she's growing up. Yeah. If you ever look at Dana, you'll notice that she has no pigment in her skin. I kind of like that, so I decided to go along with that. And Rocco is this gorgeous kid with beautiful skin, with gorgeous skin. You'll see them. Nobody in the Disco family is ugly. I won't lie about that. They have these extremely exotic features, which I did that on purpose. It's not to say that I have my own personal standards of beauty. It's just that as I build these games, I kind of give them like a mermaid vibe. I give the Discos a very mermaid vibe about them. So they're very, I try to make them as cute as possible. So you'll see them eventually in this game. Or you could just head out to the other videos and you could watch them. Now, in case you're wondering about the Disco family, there are 3 of them. There is Jade, who's the oldest. She lives in Newcrest with her wife Riley. There is the middle kid, Pilar, who lives here in my San Myshuno. And when we first met them in the game, she was living at 910, the little scrubby apartment in the corner. With her little sister, with the toddler sister, Baby Disco. So, of course, Baby grew up, and Jade met up with Carla, who lived right next door at 930, which is where they are right now until the big move. And they decided to just, they hit it off, and they moved in together. They had a baby. They decided to adopt, and then they decided to make it official and get married, and now they're pregnant. Yay! Pilar and Carla, they tried the first time. It didn't work out, but they did. So as you can see right here, hold on, notification here. All right, here. You can read this story right here. So let's see. Baby lives in the apartment next door at 920, which was rejudged, and the former nanny lived And the former nanny now lives in 910. Baby originally lived in 910, but the apartment was just like, eh. Oh, yeah, so you can see that. Let's see. I don't think it shows that. I thought it would. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't say that. Oh, it doesn't. Well, they tried for a baby the first time. It didn't work out. She wasn't pregnant. But they tried again, and she's pregnant. And she's pregnant. Pilar is expecting. There's going to be a new addition to this household. Whoop, whoop. So, you know, they adopted two. So it's only nice. It's only fair that they decide to have a child of their own. To make a child of their own. They love all their children equally. That's another thing I really enjoyed about this game. The whole idea of like you can adopt. I really love that aspect of the game. It's such a positive. It's really positive because not everybody is adopted. So it makes you think. I think this game is really progressive. Sims has always been progressive. Alright, so we're just gonna figure out what color this dresser is gonna be. I think that yellow is like really gonna make it pop. It's just gonna make it pop. Now I don't like these doors, but we will talk about that in a bit. Now this mirror, we could either keep it or we can make it into another color. Let's make it purple. Let's make all the furniture in this room, all the big furniture in this room purple. Or we can make it, let's see, how's that purple look? No, it's not the purple I thought it'd be. Yellow's fine. Alright. Okay, so far the room looks great. The room looks super cute. Okay, the room looks really, really cute right now. Alright, so we're gonna leave that for a bit. And you're probably wondering, I like this computer. Keep in mind that Dana is a kid, so she's gonna have like a kid-like computer. This is a super cute computer, so she's gonna have that. Alright, also some other things that they are gonna want to put in this. They are children, so we gotta remember that. So they gotta have toys. She's gonna have to have toys. So we gotta look for children's toys. So let's throw a unicorn in here. I love these unicorn. I love this unicorn stuffed animal. That's always fun. They play with the dollhouse a lot. And also, since there is going to be a baby, which means there's going to be a toddler, which means a toddler is coming. So, which means at some point the baby will age up into toddlerhood. So you're going to want them to play with a dollhouse. You're going to want them to have a dollhouse. Let's see. Gonna want him to have a dollhouse. She should totally have a chair. I think there should be a reading. I want to make a reading nook, but just I make a like little reading nook. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's go. Stuffed animal that she can talk to. Let's see. Can also give them a chair to work with. They like chairs. Kids like chairs. Kids like to sit on chairs. Let's see, go into the living room. Let's pick a really comfortable, fun chair. Pretty sitter. I want like a really good. Yeah, we had that chair, didn't we? Didn't we have a chair like that? Well, now the chair can go with the bookcase. Let's see. It'd be kind of cool if there was like a little tea party set in this game. We could do that. We could do that, and then she could read. She could be here, over here, reading. And as you know, we love to add little accents. Sometimes I'm inspired just enough that I throw in like different accents in a room. But all my accents are pretty much the same. So all my accents are really, really, really basic. So she is a teenage girl, so we're just gonna, well, she's a child. So nice box of tissues for when she cries. She cries when she's begging for toys and she doesn't get any. A little box of clutter, as all little girls have. Ooh, a backpack that she keeps here. That she'll keep somewhere. Yeah, that's what gets annoying about this game. The fact that like things get filled pretty quickly. All right, school books. Set of perfumes. Yeah, see, that's what really kills me about this game is like you really have to limit. You gotta limit, really. The surfaces really don't help, and I still don't know the cheat code, or at least a cheat code that works. Okay. All right. So, she's too young for perfume. Let's see what else could she need for her. Let's see what else we could put in here. Oh, we can make one of them. Somebody decides to be a politician one day. I think that's always important. So we just gonna put that somewhere. Put that there. Somebody left their bullhorn. Okay, so the sports equipment we are going to put here in the corner. Put in this corner right here. That's why I love clutter. Clutter is great in this game. Well, like their selection is, I'm pretty sure they're gonna grow. The collection of clutter grows with each expansion pack, but as of now, this is great. Alright, let's see. She's a teenage girl, so she needs a radio. She just can't. She should have a radio. This is crap. Sorry, no offense. That's such crap. Alright, and the nice little stereo she can listen to. She wants to groove in her tunes. She has to love little tunes. And she has a mirror, so that's good to know. And I think we're good. Now, knowing me, I love a good window. So we're just gonna stick a window there. That's room. That's light to this space. Fabulous. Fabulous. She has a corner bedroom. Okay, so far, the first floor is looking very, very disco. There's a certain aesthetic that the discos are adhering to when it comes to their houses, and we are keeping to it. Okay, next up on the auction block. Let's see, we got that room. Now let's work on Rocco's room. Now, I was born a girl, but I'm really going to try to make this into a boy's bedroom. Oh, and look at that. Rocco has his own bathroom. Huh. So we don't really need a Jack and Jill. We don't need a Jack and Jill. How does Dana have, like, huh. How do we do this? How do we do this? Rocco has his own bathroom. Wait, yeah, he has his own full bathroom, 4-piece washroom. Huh. Wait, how do you get into this place? Okay, that's the entryway. Rocco has his own bathroom. That's interesting. That is interesting. As my husband said, that is interesting. He has his own bathroom. Which means this is a guest room, essentially, when you're looking at it. It's a guest room. Now, logically, you would say that this is Dana's bedroom, because Dana's a girl and she needs her own bathroom. But this is the simple fact that, that is fascinating. Alright, I think I know what to do. I think what I'm going to do is we are going to carve out a bedroom. We're going to carve out a bathroom for Dana. We're going to carve out a bed. We're going to carve out a bedroom. We're going to carve out a bathroom for Dana. Or it might work. Okay. So, in case you don't know, I live in New York City. And one of the things about living in New York City is, especially when you see old movies and stuff, you'll always notice that the kitchen has there's a bathroom in it. And if you've seen the apartment, if you've seen the first video I did, which featured the zhuzhing of 910, when we zhuzhed it up for baby disco and Pilar, you'd notice that in the bedroom, in the kitchen area, there was a bathtub. We have this entire triangle here to play with. You have this entire triangle. So what we can do is, we can make it. We could do one of two things. We could either carve out this entire triangle, and make that into a bathroom, which would be fabulous, which would be quite dope. Which would be quite dope. Or we can put a bathtub. We could just put a bathtub in the bedroom, like a clawfoot tub in the bedroom, forego the comfort and the hygiene and reliability, forego it for the aesthetic, and then stick it in there. And then we put the sink, and we put the sink in the bath, the sink and the water closet in this third right here, in this little spit here. Alright, I'm going to take a moment to ponder that. So, I will be right back. I promise I'll be back. And I'm going to take a moment to ponder this. So, I'm going to try it out, and when we come back in our next video, you'll see what I decided on. Alright, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video, and to all my channel. I appreciate each and every new person I get. You guys are fabulous. And I will see you in a few. Bye-bye. Bye-bye for now. I'll be right back.